What's the Skinny? Episode 1, Part 5, 6:25 a.m. on Wednesday, January 6th. It is my 70-something hour still of being here. I just woke up and grabbed it's not actually a Starbucks, but they serve Starbucks products. So I'm sitting here enjoying my skim milk vanilla latte. And just wanted to talk a bit this morning about the hospital and what I've experienced here again. Overworked staff, friendly staff, excellent service. I'll show you a couple things around the room just to that may indicate a system breakdown in what's happening here. Also wanted to mention that this hospital, Lionsgate Hospital, services. You get people from Whistler and Squamish coming here, Lions Bay, West Vancouver, District of North Vancouver, City of North Vancouver, Deep Cove, and this is supposed to be a community hospital. So, that's how many millions it is. It must be over 1 million people, maybe more. I might be way off on that. It could be 1.2 or 3 million. This weekend when I was here, Burnaby and North Vancouver, so I should say West Vancouver, North Vancouver, Burnaby, Squamish, Whistler, Lions Bay, Deep Cove, District of North Van, City of North Van, sorry if I repeated anything there. They had one neurologist on this weekend for servicing all of those communities, because all of those communities feed into Lionsgate Hospital. It's the first time I've mentioned Lionsgate. This is where I am, this is where I have been. But let's take a look around the room. Here, again, fortunate, I have been in emergency the whole time, since Friday at midnight, or Saturday early in the AM is what I should say. But those are my original linens. From being here. I've had to ask and change my own bed. I have not bathed, so things are a little ripe. I've asked to use a shower. I have been on a waiting list for the stroke ward all this time. Since Monday, since I was diagnosed with a stroke, even though the stroke happened Friday. So I've been waiting for the stroke ward, and they are full. So I get this cool room with a bathroom. I'm not in a hallway. I've been well taken care of, well fed. I can walk a bit, so I go and I get my coffee in the morning, and I'm happy, a little bored, but things are okay. I mean, I'm alive. I haven't had another stroke. Had a few symptoms yesterday. I was a little worried, but things are okay. So I'll just show you around a room. And another example of yes, there's a problem with our medical system. Yes, there's a problem, especially with this hospital and the population it's trying to serve. But we'll look over here. You can see that garbage. That garbage hasn't been changed since I've been here, and it had garbage in it when I've been here. So I don't know if people aren't doing their rounds as far as maintenance or janitorial staff. The machine that monitors my vital signs was off when I woke up this morning. So I don't know if someone is keeping these machines updated and tending to them. I haven't seen anyone come in and look at the equipment in this room since I've been here. So, I mean, I could have expired in the night, and there probably wouldn't have been any indication. I don't know if the version of my monitor in the nurse's office was still working. I don't think so. Anyway, it was off when I woke up. And I don't know how to turn it off. Believe me, I've tried. Someone peed all over the floor of my bathroom. Oh, okay, fine. So maybe me. Other than that, some information that I've gathered since I've been here, I've been very observant, is that there is a whole floor of this building that sits with beds empty, not staffed. So I don't know if that's it has to be a funding issue. Another thing we have to think about is that the Hope Center, which is I believe, I haven't seen it yet, but I believe it's a 4-story building next door to handle mental health care patients. has just opened in recent times. Now, the original psych ward of Lionsgate Hospital was a 25-bed unit. So now the new 4-story mental health facility for Lionsgate, take a guess how many beds that is. Do, 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 do. That's right, it's 25 beds. So it's one floor, same amount of beds as it was before, but it's got this whole new building. And then the rest of the building is administration. So there's a red flag there for me. You would think when you're building, again, funding requirements, they got away with as many office desks as they could, or maybe it fulfilled some funding requirements. I'm just learning all about this now since I've been a patient here. So that's a red flag. We may have to investigate that further. Other than that, so we have a whole floor of this hospital with beds not being used. We have a 4-story facility for psychiatric patients and mental health that has the same amount of beds as the old unit, which they closed down and built a huge building for. So those are a couple of sticky subjects. The indication to me is that this is not a staff issue. This is a population issue. There is an appropriate amount of staff. I may be getting a visitor. I'm going to probe me or something, so I may have to sign out. But I believe thus far it's been a good experience. But there's we have a serious problem in Canada. We have a very serious problem in North Vancouver here as well with our hospitals, and I meant to just kind of start my show. I've been playing this show for quite a few years, and it's interesting that this could be the first episode, a hands-on experience with our hospital situation in Canada. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee. Oh, that's nice. It does have a Starbucks logo. In fact, that does taste like a Starbucks latte, even though it's a disguised Starbucks with a lady with no Starbucks flair on, no buttons or anything. It's not a Starbucks, it's called like Mama Haha's or something like that. Other than that, I showed you, I can't really go out into the hallways and show you what's going on out there, but it's a very busy place. I'm in a kind of secluded section of the emergency department, so a lot of the trauma patients come into a room right near mine, and they're in serious shape, and some stroke victims, and I believe car accident victims go into that area. So I'm up for the day. I had a pretty good sleep. I feel a little bit of a headache today, which has happened in recent days. Had a reprieve yesterday from it. Had some huge visual distortions yesterday, and we'll talk soon. Hello. Hey. Episode 1, part 6. Jeez, I'm looking pale today. Ooh. Anyway, got my breakfast. Had my coffee this morning. My breakfast is looking scrumptious. We have some sort of it's not poached, it's more like leathered, and some toast. I don't think I'm allowed to have bacon and sausage anyway, ever, so I can't complain. I like hard-boiled eggs, but I can make fun of this breakfast a bit. It's kind of funny. Other than that, it is now 8:10, and my time just continues. Been doing a lot of writing. My vision is still affected. I can't see the right section of the screen. It comes in and out. But just about to, well, let's see what's in here. Ooh, cold cereal. Things looking up. Cornflakes. If it was Frosted Flakes, I'd be really, the party would be started in here. But it's not Frosted Flakes, it's cornflakes. And this lady, I still have my curtain trap shut. She tried to go through the door and then very quickly went to the adjoining room door. So I think it's just one small Asian woman who I've trapped thus far. And I'm losing hope that this will be caught on film. And hope everyone's having a good breakfast. Mind you, you could be watching this at 4 a.m. in a massage parlor somewhere. But I'm about to have breakfast, so I hope I have a good breakfast, and we'll be back soon. Thank you. Hello there. I just finished my food, breakfast, on questionably cleanly plates. I don't know if you can see the edge of that has a brown tinge to it. And the bowl has a filmy white stain around it. Anyway, I ate some of the food anyway. I'm starving. My appetite seems to be back. They have served me another Java. Excuse me, I had my first Java at the coffee shop this morning. This one was served with breakfast. Let's see how it is. Oh. By the way, it's fine. Season 1. Excuse me, Season 1, yeah, sure. Episode 1. Part 6 or 7? Anyway, I'm sure I'll figure it out. I think it's 6. We'll have to double check in the editing facilities. Questionably dirty plates. Coffee's good. I didn't finish them because the plates kind of disgusted me. I think that my appetite's definitely back. If they had any sandwiches in my area last night, I would have eaten more after dinner. I did request them. He brought me a package of arrowroot cookies because that's all he had. He was very apologetic. My favorite nurse yet over the last 24 hours, or 12 hours, I guess is what his shift would be. No doctors or anyone have visited me yet this morning. Mind you, I did wake up fairly early. They have given me my second grape juice, or grape cocktail of some sort, with this breakfast, so that's exciting. My friend came around the corner to visit, and I had a pepperoni stick in my hand yesterday, so she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "It's organic, it's elk. My cousin dropped it off." And she said, "I don't care. You shouldn't be eating like that." And she's right. There are bacon and eggs available in the cafeteria upstairs. I don't think that's on the menu for me anymore. Probably not even on special occasion. Sausages, I'm going to miss those. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit healthier from here on in, God willing. Coffee is acceptable. It's not too strong. My blood pressure isn't spiking. I requested a shower facility again, and they're gonna kind of work on it, but not sure it's gonna happen. The only showers are in the wards, not in the ER department, so that ward would have to take responsibility for me just in case something happened in the shower. So there's going to be some red tape to get me clean after 5 days. Of course, there is the sponge bath option, which is wiping a wet, soapy sponge on probably my anus area, my armpits, my chest, and my back. It doesn't improve my buckwheat hairdo. That's a natural style that's formed with no shower. So I've decided I may wash my hair in the sink here if I can be provided with some towels. Mind you, I may have to disconnect. Can you see that thing? That's an IV. I don't know if I have to disconnect that while I'm washing my hair. So there might be some mechanical processes in place for me to get my hair clean today, but that's on the list. Yeah, dirty plates with breakfast. Hard-boiled egg, rubberish. Good. I'd eat more if they had more on. Maybe served on a napkin. Clean napkin. Coffee's good with breakfast. I actually didn't inspect the cup yet. I'm scared. I've got bigger fish to fry than worry about dirty plates unless they're infected with something. Other than that, I'll keep you posted on day. I guess this is day 5. It's technically day 5.5, but we're on a solid day 5. Possibly have a test of my heart today. Uh, I thought I was in really good shape last night until I walked up to the gift shop, as I talked about, and felt like I needed a nap after. So the effects of the stroke are still alive and well. I had some fairly serious visual triggers of possibly a stroke yesterday that concerned me. Everything seemed okay. They were just similar to what happened during the actual stroke, just very quick flashes of visual distortion. So, look at that. Future episodes of What's the Skinny are going to be investigating the hair plug industry and what we could do to fill in some areas if there's any possibilities there. Maybe if enough YouTubers watch my show, will get me some plugs for free. It's about 6K, 6K from what I believe, and I don't think it's a very fun process. In fact, the stroke process may be funner than the hair plug process. You're not even seeing the bad part. The bad part's up over yonder. I'm too embarrassed to show. You'll find that area out at a later episode. I don't think I have much else to report. I'm going to enjoy my my breakfast service coffee. And, excuse me, I don't think I'm going to read that book anymore as it's kind of troubling. As much as my subject matter at times can be a little bit risque, I don't think I want to read about corpse raping right now. Especially in the first 2 pages of the book I just paid big money for. Top dollar bills, y'all. I had the choice between that or like not Prince Caspian, that would be C.S. Lewis, that would be okay, but it was like Prince Jim, and the cover was like Fabio, and there was some woman, and it was, I don't know what the title was, Withering Flowers or something like that. So there was a few books like that available at the bookstore. This was the only kind of murder mystery option I had. And then there were magazines. Have you noticed magazines have gone up significantly in price? Like $15 and $9. I guess I'm gonna have to bite the bullet today and buy a couple magazines. Hopefully they take cashier's post-dated checks. Anyway, hope all is well with the world. Life is still clicking by here at Lionsgate Hospital in North Vancouver. Day 5.5. No tests thus far today. Hopefully we'll get some more done today and go home, which at this point doesn't seem like a reality, but here's hoping. We'll talk soon.